This mushroom has a great deal of fame all around the world. This is the reishi. And a lot of people don't think that reishi grows in the UK, in the wild, but it actually does, but it's reasonably uncommon. So this reishi is actually obtained from a friend of mine who is a mycologist, Matthew Rooney. He found the reishi growing wild in the forest in Suffolk and took it to Kew just to have it verified that it actually was reishi, and indeed it is, and they named this strain after him. So this is now known as red reishi Rooney, and he grows this on his biodynamic mushroom farm and actually supplies quite a few herbalists around the country with it, both traditional Chinese herbalists and also Western herbalists. And reishi in this part of the world grows on oak, but reishi grown in other parts of the world has different hosts, various conifer trees and pines and all sorts of things, but in this part of the world it grows on oak. Reishi also has a spectrum of antiviral and antibacterial action. One of the things I find very interesting is this varnished-like appearance. It's often known as, it's got names that resemble things like varnished bracket mushroom in different languages. And I always think that the colour looks a bit liverish. It's known to be hepatoprotective. It's known to protect the liver also against the damage caused by toxins in the body. Something else that's interesting about these Ganodermas though, and some recent research undertaken in the United States has shown that bees have a particular liking for them. And as well as boosting our immune system, the bees may actually use the Ganoderma fungi to boost the immune system of the hive. And one of the things, I believe Paul Stamets in America has been looking at this along with some beekeepers. They found that bees actually travel to the Ganoderma mushrooms and seek them out in the forest, and they collect spores from the mushrooms which they take back into the hive. The spores generate mycelium in the colony, and of course all of the immune protective benefits that you get from Ganodermas, their ability to neutralise various viruses and bacteria, etc., all of that's going on in the colony with mycelium growing there, actually in the beehive. Moving away from mushrooms that grow on birch trees now, this mushroom has a great deal of fame all around the world. This is the reishi. And a lot of people don't think that reishi grows in the UK, in the wild, but it actually does, but it's reasonably uncommon. So this reishi is actually obtained from a friend of mine who is a mycologist, Matthew Rooney. He found the reishi growing wild in the forest in Suffolk and took it to Kew just to have it verified that it actually was reishi, and indeed it is, and they named this strain after him. So this is now known as red reishi Rooney, and he grows this on his biodynamic mushroom farm and actually supplies quite a few herbalists around the country with it, both traditional Chinese herbalists and also Western herbalists. And reishi in this part of the world grows on oak, but reishi grown in other parts of the world has different hosts, various conifer trees and pines and all sorts of things, but in this part of the world it grows on oak. Ganoderma lucidum is its scientific name. We have another Ganoderma here too, which is a cousin of the reishi, and both of these mushrooms grow wild in the UK, but the reishi is very uncommon and this one is actually reasonably common. And this one, known as the artist's bracket or artist fungus, grows on beech trees. So here we have something that grows on oak, here we have something that grows on beech. They're both close cousins, they're both Ganodermas. And in fact they have remarkably similar properties, although there are some differences too. In Chinese medicine, this one is called Ling Qi, and this one is ancient Ling Qi, effectively. So Ling Qi means spirit mushroom or supernatural mushroom, and this is the ancient supernatural mushroom. This is its wizened old cousin, if you like. I'm going to keep holding both of these mushrooms up and talk about them together for a minute, because I think there's a lot of relationship to discuss. Both of these mushrooms are adaptogens. They're both renowned for bringing the body into a peak state of performance, bringing it into balance, and the qi in the title of the Chinese name of these mushrooms is referring to energy. They are known for brightening the energy and bringing the energy of the person into balance too, as well as the physical body. This one in particular, the artist fungus, has a history in folk medicine of treating tuberculosis. I believe there have also been some studies conducted that have shown it has activity against hepatitis C. And reishi is widely used in Chinese medicine to treat simply maladies that would be regarded as just low energy and tiredness, right the way through to well-known chronic complaints, again, like tuberculosis, various cancers. Chronic fatigue syndrome would be another example. Reishi might be used for that. It's got activity against the herpes virus, herpes simplex 1 and 2. Lots and lots and lots of different chronic long-term illnesses are benefited by taking reishi over a long period of time. The benefits don't tend to be instant, they tend to be gradual and acquired over a long period of time taking the mushroom.